What's going on, everybody? Hockey Time here, back again with another video. Today featuring my fiance Lex.
Hello, what's up, everyone?
Today we're going to run through a tier list video of all 32 home jerseys in the NHL. We've discussed on a jersey by jersey basis some of these and our opinions on some of them, but haven't really gone through the full list. So I figured it might make for some good banter for you guys to listen in on, and then obviously you can weigh in your own opinions in the comment section below. Yeah, with that being said, let's get started. All right, so for this video, we're just going alphabetically through all 32 teams' jerseys. So we're starting with Anaheim. For me, I'm not really a fan of the Ducks jerseys. I feel like they need to just go back to the Mighty Ducks logo and bring those colors back. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
I
feel
agree.
differently or not, but I think this is a D tier jersey for probably most people. Uh, and then bouncing over to Arizona, I think for me, this is probably S. Uh,
Absolutely. It's one of the best logos that ever exist.
Yeah, I think them moving to the Kachinas was probably the best move they've made as an organization in a long time. This is supposed to be S tier, so we're just going to adjust that on the fly. But yeah, Kachina S tier jersey. I don't think anyone's really questioning that. All right, the first new jerseys, the Bruins Centennial jerseys, I guess is what they're calling them. I know. I don't think you're really a fan of these.
The gold makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Just stick
Okay.
with the yellow. It's just so.
I'm in agreement there. So I think the classic like black and gold is a staple for the Bruins, and it's kind of hard to go away from that. Where do you place these? Because I don't think they're D tier. I still think they're good looking jerseys.
From
It's just
afar, they look good. Once you get close and see the gold trimming, especially on the numbers,
not a fan.
it's probably C or D for me.
I'm cool with C tier for these. I do like. I'm not a Bruins fan. You guys know that, but I do love the like crispy clean black and gold jerseys. Hard to go wrong with those. So kind of surprised they switched it up. I know it's their big anniversary, but that's just my take on that. But anyway, moving on to Buffalo. Obviously, the best Buffalo jersey is the black and red go ahead, but their home jerseys are pretty good too. I don't know what you think about these. I don't know if we've touched on this too much. Obviously, this is what I'm going with today, but
In terms of, I don't like the striping at the bottom. I think the three stripes is cluttered.
okay.
But other than that, it's a good logo, good color scheme.
So I was thinking A tier for Buffalo. Are you okay with? Are you good with A? Or are you thinking it needs to be B?
I'm good with A.
Good with A. Okay. All right, Calgary. So you obviously were a Flames fan for a good bit. I think they have pretty good jerseys. I don't think they're great by any means, but
I personally hate the Heritage Red.
really,
I think it's overhyped.
okay,
My favorite Flames jersey of all time was their script jersey.
okay, that's fair enough. So where, if you had to place these, where would you be placing them? I was thinking B for these to kind of round
It's
it up.
probably middle of the pack. It's not the worst, but it's also not the best.
Okay. Frankly, I kind of think Carolina's are the same. It's not a knockoff of the Flames jersey, but it's pretty similar style.
Yeah, it's just
It's kind of just mediocre. It doesn't really do anything crazy for you, but it's not a bad jersey. So you're good with B tier for these?
Yep.
Okay. All right. A controversial one in the Blackhawks. Obviously, they've been getting kind of barked at for a while. They changed the logo at least to these, but I guess politics aside, I'm kind of a fan of these jerseys. It's one of those. It's like a classic. I understand why people want to change it, but I also really enjoy the jersey. But it's also one of those that hasn't changed it so long that it probably could use a bit of a refresh. So it's another one that probably goes B tier on design alone for me, but the Hawks are a team that has a lot more involved in their jersey than just the jersey alone. So I don't know what your thoughts are on theirs.
they're probably middle of the pack for me.
Okay,
I don't
so
have a strong opinion for it or against it.
so we're going with B tier for these guys as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, on to the Avs. So I have a hard time, I guess, removing my bias on these. I really like the Avs jerseys. I don't think you're a fan of them. I don't know if the increased amount of blue has changed that or not for you, or if it's made it better or worse. But it took me a little bit to warm up to the additional blue on the shoulders for these, but I've grown to like it quite a bit. So I don't know what you're thinking for these. But...
I like the Avs logo.
Mhm.
I just, for whatever reason, I liked their old color scheme when they were the Rockies better. So like I liked the old school Colorado team. The yellows and the red and the blue. Yeah. The color scheme I'm wearing now.
Fair enough. So are we thinking B for these guys too? Are we stacking the B tier?
I think their logo personally makes them better than the three
Okay.
currently in the B tier.
I can agree with that, and I wouldn't argue that they're S tier anyway, so
No.
I'm fine putting them A. Columbus. You're laughing makes me nervous. I was gonna put these guys C, but I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like you're about
absolutely.
okay. I thought you were going
It's
towards
just
the D
it's
tier.
just a logo, and it's just so they're lucky their logo's good, unlike Anaheim's, whose is
Yeah.
terrible. But it's just there's not a lot going on with
No,
it.
yeah, I'm right there with you. So, um, yeah, I guess on to Dallas. I think we both know where the Victory Green's going. I think that's going into the D tier.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the color green.
Yeah,
They're better than their ugly neon jerseys,
yeah,
but
yeah. The black and neon greens are interesting. I guess you can give them that, but I kind of wish Dallas would go back to the old Madonna Day jerseys, but that's just me. Um, Detroit. These are another one that hasn't changed in forever. They're super bland for me. I know a ton of people love them. Um, but I'm personally not really a huge fan. I wouldn't put them anywhere above B, and they're probably C tier for
yeah,
me.
I definitely put it in the C
C
tier.
tier. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're kind of like Columbus. I mean, like Columbus doesn't have an iconic logo, but
Mm.
Detroit's is an iconic logo. It's good, and
Yeah, Detroit is also obviously notorious for like just creating super either bland or ugly jerseys, regardless of whether it's a third or a reverse retro. I think the last like really good jersey Detroit had aside from their normal home and aways was like the '09 Winter Classic with the big scripted Detroit D on
yeah.
their chest, the white jerseys. Those were really clean. But aside from that, they kind of just make practice jerseys really well. All right, Edmonton. I feel like we're gonna have a bit of a difference of opinion on these. I really like Edmonton's jerseys, but I don't think you do, if I remember correctly.
Again, the three stripes at the bottom is just cluttered. I do
Okay.
not like the three stripes. And I'm not a big fan of orange. I do like their jerseys when like they have more blue than orange. Their old home jerseys that were all
Yeah,
orange
those were a bit of an
were
eyesore.
terrible, but these are a lot better than those were.
Okay, so are we thinking probably B tier for these guys again too, or
Yeah.
would you bump them to A?
Now I'd probably put them in B.
Keep them in B. Okay. All right, on to the Panthers. So this one's a hot take for me. I love the new Panthers jersey. I know a lot of people would probably go back to the old kind of leaping cat design. Um, and the crest when it initially came out was kind of really hit or miss for a lot of people. I really like these jerseys. I don't think you do.
I don't mind them. They're fine. I do prefer the Leaping
Yeah,
Panther.
and I think I'm probably in the minority with enjoying the crest over the Leaping Panther. The Leaping Panther is like I don't know if we'd call it iconic, but it's a fun old jersey. Um, so I don't know whether you were thinking C or B for these. I have a hard time putting them below B for me,
B
but
works for me.
okay.
I'm good with B.
Um, LA, LA is just so disappointing considering the other jerseys they've had in their past. Like they have some really really fun jerseys that they've worn previously, and to go from that to just this black, silver, and white crested, really another practice jersey, it doesn't really do much for me. I don't know what your thoughts are, but um, not a huge fan of LA jerseys. I mean, they're clean. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just really unexciting.
Yeah, I think they're pretty bland too.
Okay.
Um, I think they deserve to be in C just for making Mark Stone cry. But other than that, there's just not much going on.
Yeah, I'm with you there. They're pretty. They're really up there with Detroit. Like it's not a
Just
classic logo, but it's just a jersey. It's kind of a practice jersey.
bring
Nothing too
back the
exciting.
purple and yellow.
100%. All right, the Habs. So this is an interesting one. This is probably one of, if not the most classic jerseys. It's been largely unchanged forever, and I think for the heritage and frankly the design alone is probably up there either S or A tier for me. I don't know if you how you feel about putting it in S up there with the Kachinas, but that's probably where I was thinking about putting it.
I mean, the Kachinas are hard to compete with,
They are.
but the history in Montreal, and I think they've changed their jerseys, but like they've stayed on the same path while still making decent looking jerseys, unlike Detroit. So they can be in S tier.
All right.
I'll let them be in S
Cool.
tier.
Yeah, the Kachinas I think are far and away the most fun
They are the best
home
jersey in
jerseys of
hockey.
all of them.
They're
Now,
they're probably one of the best jerseys of all time
for
in
sure.
hockey.
I think there's definitely a group of people that enjoy like a more simplified like Montreal's jersey that have just stuck around for a while. They've made little tweaks to the design and have just kept it unique and modernized it. But the Kachinas are like kind of like Vegas switching to the gold, which we'll touch on later. But like more of a like fun. They're not trying to be traditional, and that's kind of what makes the Kachina so good.
The whole point of the Kachina was to like represent the culture
Right.
in Arizona.
Yeah.
I like that. I think it has meaning.
Absolutely. All right, on to Minnesota. You were complaining about these before the video started, so I'll let you rant before I give my opinion.
Just everyone overhypes these jerseys. They all are like talking about like, oh, the bear head with the Minnesota, the wild wilderness or whatever. I don't like it. I personally don't like it. I get it. Like I understand the concept, but I just feel like it looks out of place, if that makes sense.
Okay. So if you individually had to place it, would it be D tier, C tier?
It'd probably be C.
C. Okay. I think I'm okay with putting it C. Excuse me. I'm okay with putting it C. I don't really think it's better than any of the ones we have in B tier so far. I'm not ranking these from left to right in order of my favorite. This is probably the highest ranked C tier jersey on the list for me so far, but I don't inherently have anything against the bear logo. I actually am one of those people that kind of likes it, but I kind of get where you're coming from and that it doesn't necessarily fit as far as like really maximizing what the logo could be for the Wild. So I can appreciate where you're coming from for that. Nashville, this is a really hit or miss one for a lot of people. Some people love the mustard yellow. Some people hate the mustard yellow. So
I
what's
like
your
the
take
color
on
yellow.
this?
I don't like it's okay. It's a lot of yellow. I like hints of yellow. Full yellow is a little the logo is great, I mean I didn't mind the ugly saber tooth, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's probably B or C.
B or C.
I think, yeah.
I think I'm okay with keeping the C as well. Again, it's one of those that like doesn't really do enough for me to bump it into the like average to slightly above average group, like Edmonton, Florida, Chicago. But I don't think it's a bad jersey. But
One little thing,
yeah,
I do like. I think this was just when like Adidas became a thing, but some jerseys on their collar, like inside collars, they have a pattern. Nashville has like a keyboard, as you can kind of see
oh
there.
yeah,
I kind of like that. I like the
that
little
is
tiny.
that is a nice little touch they did. I don't know. Do other teams have?
The Devils have their Stanley Cup years, but I don't know if
Right.
that's in the Adidas as well as the
Okay.
Fanatics, or if it's just the Adidas.
Well, that's a
Or
great
what?
segue. Since New Jersey's
Yeah,
next.
that's why.
Uh, I like. I don't. It's one of those jerseys that doesn't really jump out at you as doing anything crazy, but it's another one that's like remained largely unchanged, but is not a practice jersey. So I was
The
probably
Devils
going
did
A
go.
tier with the Devils. I think you're probably in agreement with that.
I mean, I'm a Devils fan. So.
Yeah. All right, no.
I do like the logo, like the N, the J with the little devil look going on. Some people, for whatever reason, there are people who just didn't understand the concept of what they were going for,
Yeah.
which is like, I don't know how you couldn't. But yeah, the Devils don't change their jerseys often. They went 25 years or whatever without changing their jersey.
Well, and frankly, they don't need to. It's one that still looks modern enough. It doesn't look like it's getting left behind by a lot of these other jerseys. So I think the Devils are doing the same there.
Took them forever to get a third jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the best third jersey in the league now with the jersey, but
yeah. The Islanders, I personally don't really like. I think it's similar to the Kings. Like they have so much potential with the fisherman jersey, and they're just going with this boring, like thick striped. The colors are fine. I like the blue and the orange. I just think the rest of the jersey like leaves a lot to be desired for me personally. I don't know what your stance on it is. I think there's just a lot of untapped potential with the Islanders and their colors and their logo.
I just want the fisherman back. It's so much better.
The fisherman is one of those like hit or miss for a lot of people too, but the people that love it, and I'm definitely one of those people that like loved it. So I don't know. I don't think it's D tier.
I don't think it's D tier,
but I'm fine putting it in
I'll
C.
give them style points for the Y being a hockey stick.
There you go. That's fair enough. All right. I feel like we might disagree on this, but I think the Rangers are S tier for me. They're one of the only teams that have ever pulled off the successful, just like diagonal team title across the crest, and it's another one that hasn't changed a ton aside from the Lady Liberty jerseys.
Oh, those are absolutely so much better than these
Oh,
ones.
agreed. But I think as far as home jerseys go, like for me, it's better than all three of the ones in A. I don't think it beats either of these two, but I don't know that I can put it in A considering some of the other ones I'm looking at putting in A down the line.
Personally, I think Pittsburgh did the diagonal letters better than the Rangers do. I also have a bias hatred towards the Rangers.
That's fair.
That being said,
We can stick them in A for now if you want to stick them in A
we
for
can
now.
stick them in A.
Okay.
I appreciate the historic original six
They've been around a good
whatnot.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
being
don't know.
said,
I like you do not like the Rangers in the slightest as a Caps fan, obviously. But I think it's hard to hate on this jersey. But
yeah,
we'll move along. The Sens. So this is like kind of hit or miss for me. The logo's great. The rest of the jersey still kind of gives me practice jersey vibes. But it's a black home jersey, which gives it bonus points for me. So I'm like kind of back and forth on this. It's probably between B and A for me. I don't know where you stand on it. I know your second team is the Sens, so
it'd probably be A for me. I really like the logo.
we can stick it in the A tier for now. What are our thoughts on the new Flyers jerseys? They really didn't change much.
I thought it was just a waste. They had just the opportunity to like do something so much better, and they brought back probably the most mediocre jersey they could have, and I think they changed the color of it, which I don't
I think
understand though.
they touched it just enough to make it different.
I liked back when they had the muted orange, like they did it with their reverse retro, either last year or the year before, where they had like the like darkerish burnt
Yeah.
orange kind of. I don't like the bright orange at all.
Okay. So I do kind of like the bright orange, but I agree. I think they missed out on a big opportunity to do
Yeah.
something a little more fun. I don't know where would you put it if it was up to you?
Probably B or C.
B, okay.
I don't think it's D.
No, it's definitely not D. I was leaning B, so if you're thinking B or C, I'm fine sticking at B. I think like I still like it better than the Bruins, New Jersey. Again, like I kind of like the bright orange. It is the only color that like really stands out amongst these, aside from Nashville. So for that, you can kind of commend them for that. But um, yeah, I mean they definitely missed out on a big opportunity to do
You need to
something a
bring
lot
back
more fun.
bring back the old logo or something.
Yeah, agreed. Pittsburgh. So as much as it pains me to say this, Pittsburgh has really nice jerseys. Um, they don't knock your socks off, but I enjoy them. Sounds like, or it looks like you are not a fan of them.
This is their worst logo. They
Really?
have the diagonal Pittsburgh,
I did allude to that, yeah.
the Lemieux jersey. They even the baby blues. It's the same logo, sort of, but in a circle with like the Pittsburgh Penguins around it. This is probably the worst version of their logo.
Okay.
Um, personally, in my opinion. So
So we're sticking in B tier as well. We're in B tier. That's fine. All right, San Jose. This is another like wild hit or miss thing for a lot of people, I'm sure, with the like almost full teal jersey. I don't hate it. Again, I like their shot at being a bit more unique. I know it's like Phillies is pretty out there, but it was one of those where like I saw the pictures of it on Twitter when they decided to do it, and I was like, oh, I don't know about this. But then you see them on ice, and they look pretty good on ice. Obviously, we don't get to watch a lot of San Jose games being on the East Coast, but I don't think they're bad. I don't think I'd put them anywhere below B personally, but I don't know where you stand on them.
I like their logo. I like
Mhm.
the shark snapping the stick and biting the stick and whatnot. I don't like the teal color,
Okay.
and I think there's not a lot going on the jersey. It's just a couple stripes.
It is kind of bordering on like the Detroit practice jersey level, but I think that going from like just a red to a teal does kind of
Yeah.
upgrade it. So I guess we're leaning towards B for this probably. I think we're like getting to the point almost with the shark logo that this is like bordering on a classic logo. Like this has been around for a while now and it's been completely unchanged. Um, like what pushing? They've been around 25 years now, right? At least.
Think so.
So yeah, this. I mean, this is getting there.
Or
Obviously,
one of
they.
the '97 teams, or is that?
I don't
I
know.
don't remember.
That's something you'd know, not me. But
I can only remember so much.
yeah, I don't know. I like these jerseys. I think they're pretty good. Seattle. So I'll let you go first on Seattle's because I have a pretty vocal opinion on these jerseys.
I have a lot of things to say. I love the logo. The logo's great.
Agreed.
The stripes on the arms, I hate how I do not like them. It goes from light blue a little bit darker. Then I think it has the
It's got a
black
little
or
bit of red.
whatever, and then the red. It's just too much. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to replicate the logo itself on the sleeve.
Mhm.
I don't like it.
So what's your
The
take on
stripes.
the jersey as
As a whole, it's just I feel like it's too much. What was it, teal, seafoam green, whatever color
a whole? Yeah,
they
I don't
got
know what
going on
color
there?
that is.
But I think it's too much of it, personally.
So where would you put it?
Because it's a good logo, I probably wouldn't let it go below B.
Okay. So like, would you be hurt if I wanted to put it in A?
I would not be hurt.
Okay. I like it in A. It's bordering on S for me. It's one of those jerseys that like as soon as the logo came out, I was like, all right, they can't mess this jersey up, right? And I agree with you. I think it would be better if I don't know if they need to just stick the little red line between the two blues or put a chunk of black in between them or something. But if you split that up, this is like second only to the Kachina, in my opinion. But I agree. The like fade from light to dark blue isn't the best they could have done. But I think as a whole, like the jersey or the logo might be the best logo in the league. Aside, like I like the style of the Kachina better. I think the logo for Seattle might be the best in the league. And frankly, as far as like secondary logos go, aside from the goat head, the Space Needle as their secondary logo is fantastic too. Obviously, I don't know if they have that on the patches on these or not. I think they do, but um, great secondary logo too. I'm hoping they make a third jersey or, if they do reverse retro 3.0s down the road or whatever, I would love to see them implement that a little bit more on the jersey. But I think as a whole, the colors, the logo, it's all great.
Real quickly, I want to point out that none of these photos have the new patches on them, where the placement for the ad patches.
Yeah.
A lot of jerseys look absolutely horrendous with them because the C and the anniversary logos have to go on the same side, and it just all
Yeah.
gets jumbled up. And
Yeah.
NHL ruined jerseys putting ads on them.
When you start adding a bunch of stuff on it, obviously it makes it a little bit tough, but we'll
Yeah.
leave that for another time because
A-
we could talk about
Just an
that for a while.
angry debate about
So-
everything the NHL is doing wrong.
On to St. Louis. I don't really like these jerseys. They don't really do a ton for me. Frankly, I'm close to putting these in D tier. Like they've remained pretty unchanged. The logo's good. The colors don't really jive all that well, in my opinion. And they're not really that exciting. I don't know what your thoughts on them are, but they're not
D tier is
that
good
great
for
for
me.
me.
I preferred the blue, red, yellow.
Oh,
jerseys.
100%.
So much better than these
100%.
ones. Which is because a lot of people did not like those jerseys. I didn't like the reverse retro version where it was all red. I didn't like that. I like the old school version where I think the base is blue.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, these jerseys really don't do all that much. The Tampa Bay
practice
Leaf
jerseys.
ripoffs, this is D tier. I mean, they literally just took the Leafs jerseys, put their logo on, and then they were like, these are ours now. Anything to add to that or no? Cool. Yeah, Tampa Bay, make new jerseys, please. Go back to the old Vinny LeCavalier Day jerseys. Like, those weren't great either, but they were better than this. Toronto, I like them better than Detroit, but they're probably no higher than B tier for me. I know it's like another one of these like classic, like people are gonna want to up in S tier, but it's just super boring. So I'm fine with B tier if you are. Cool. Vancouver, my bias is gonna come through. I love these jerseys. Most people do not love these jerseys and don't understand the logo. So I don't know what your thoughts on Vancouver's are, but
I think Vancouver has quite the extensive jersey catalog that are good. I like this. The rink jersey was good. The skate jersey is great. I like this logo. I don't know why people don't like it.
So are we cool with like? I don't think this is S tier. I think these are probably the only two S tier jerseys.
Probably.
But I'm fine with A if you're fine with
Yeah.
it.
I like the Vancouver above it.
I
I
agree.
think
Yep.
it just being just the logo is a little eh.
Yeah.
I like the added Vancouver top.
I'm glad you can appreciate the Vancouver jersey repertoire too, because they have a
Yes.
ton of super nice jerseys.
all their like one-off jerseys too. They have like the best artists for
Yeah.
jerseys. They're like their Day of the Dead jerseys, Hispanic hair. All their jerseys are so good.
Yeah, agreed. It's a shame they don't sell those more publicly, but
And now they can't even wear them.
again, another debate for another day. Vegas. So frankly, I was glad they switched from the grays or silvers to the golds as their homes. The grays. I mean, both these jerseys are again very like hot topic for debate. Some people love them, some people hate them. Um, I don't think that they're bad. I think again better than the silvers. The silvers probably would have been C tier for me. I'm fine putting these in like B. Guessing you have a bit of a different opinion on that, but maybe not drastically.
If there was an E tier, they'd be in it. I do not like the glittery gold at all. I said the same thing for the Bruins. I'll say the same thing here. Glitter does not belong. It doesn't look right, and the light catches it weird. I personally just do not like it.
You guys heard it here first. Traditional hockey jersey fan on my left. All right, so I guess we'll meet in the middle and put these in C.
Yeah.
Since you want them in E. My Caps. I know this is like one of the jerseys that's like up there for like needing to get remade yesterday. I love them, but I know it's because I'm a Caps fan. So, what do you think of them?
They're okay.
Where would you put them?
Worse than the Screaming Eagle.
Worse than the Screaming Eagle. Well, obviously.
That in the Capitol building was even a good one.
Yeah, they have an opportunity with just those two logos to do something like really cool. Whether it's they can make either of their two reverse retros their full hometown jersey. It'd be great. But where would you put them if it was up to you?
I like them better than their. I think their third jersey is still the W, right?
Yeah.
I like them better than those. So
where would you put it if it was up to you?
B.
Okay. Put it in B. And then last but definitely not least is Winnipeg. I don't think these are great jerseys, but they kind of get the job done. They did the striping on the sleeves out like of all the teams with the striping, I think they did this right. Like they alternate back and forth. It's not like this fade on the colors with Seattle. It's not like a million different lines with the Bruins, New Jerseys. It's not just this one super thick line with the Islanders. Like I think they did the sleeves better than most teams. But the rest of the jersey is just kind of there. I like the logo. I like some of their other logos better. But I think this is probably another B tier jersey for me. I don't know what you think.
I hate them.
You hate them?
I hate the logo. I just hate. It's just too much blue, and they're all different shades of blue. It is a
lot of blue.
And personally, I liked their like Winnipeg Jet 1.0 jersey days. Like those were good jerseys. I think they brought them back at one point. But
so you'd put these below the Leafs, even though the Leafs are all blue plus some white.
Yes, because adding the other shade of blue is too much contrast for me personally. It's just too much.
That's fair enough.
If you're gonna add another color, add another color.
That's fair.
Add more implements of the red or something.
That's fair. I know these are not like their home jerseys for the upcoming season, but Winnipeg and Minnesota just added 2 new jerseys. I think we both kind of dislike the New Jets jerseys. Like they're pretty damn bad. I don't think you like the subway colored Minnesota jerseys either. I personally love those. It's like the shout out to the Minnesota North Stars, and I think you're probably in the minority on that one with disliking those. I know there's the vocal minority on Twitter that always speaks up, but just 2 more jerseys to look out for the upcoming season.
You want to mention the Heritage Classic jerseys real quick?
Oh God, yeah, we can touch on those too.
Full Edmonds are.
Yeah, Edmonton amazes me with how often they make jerseys that are just underwhelming. Like they have great colors,
they have,
and they've been around forever. And yeah, I don't know.
They've had 2 of the greatest, or the 2 greatest players of all time, and that's what they do. Like they need something better.
Yeah, they got to spice it up. And then Calgary, I think Calgary did a great job.
It's clean. It's nice. Not, it's kind of classic. It's kind of old school. It's kind of boring. That's kind of the point.
Right. But I think it's a clean boring.
Yeah.
It gets the job done. It's gonna be. I think they're gonna look great in the outdoor, like with the very zoomed out camera. It's gonna be awesome. But, yeah. So I don't know if you have anything else or not, but let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Obviously, I'm sure some people are gonna have some different takes on some of these, especially the newer jerseys, the Bruins. Probably some vocal Dallas fans, etc. I'm sure we'll hear some stuff from Canadian fans too. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you liked it as well. It's free, and we will see you guys in the next one.